The time is now, my friends. We are joined via the magic of Skype by the one and only Uncle Creepy, Ian McCall. There he is, the bearded one. Hello, Ian. How are you?
Yeah. Don't want to talk about that.
Don't want to talk about what?
How I'm doing.
What's wrong?
Just a bunch of stuff. It's none of your fucking business. No one's business. It's just a bunch of shit going on. It's not good. I'm doing brain treatment down in San Diego that's helping. But yeah, it's just Jeff Novitzky set me up with called transcranial magnetic stimulation. It really does help my brain. So that's a plus. I saw a lot of bad signs. Still seeing a lot of bad signs as far as, just the CP type stuff, TBI stuff. So it scared me. I went down there and I'm trying to fix it. Like the depression and all the stuff that comes with it. And we'll see. I've got another month left.
So did you just get some bad news or something that has you down, feeling blue? Did something just happen this morning?
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm in a shitty mood. It's this whole thing that I'm doing. It's. Yeah. Anyways, don't worry about it. It's just,
all right. Well, I care. I do.
I got a new job.
What's your new job?
I help run the marketing and advertising for a cannabis brand called Habit.
Okay.
CA Natural. We're the company that wins all the awards. I mean, if you look it up, Habit Crafted is our THC line, and Habit CBD is our CBD line. I'm pushing our CBD line over social media through a bunch of fighters and athletes and singers and stuff like that I know, and just trying to get word out, send out some these little ornate boxes of stuff. We're doing some. I'm actually doing a contest I'm doing 2 contests on my Twitter.
Okay.
Or on my social media. We're doing one where the first 500 people who buy or use my promo code will get a free box. The boxes are awesome too. Let me grab one.
Okay. I've seen you tweet about this.
They are. They're these cool little ornate boxes. They've got a bunch of products in them: CBD water, tinctures, isolate, lotion, all kinds of shit. So yeah, I'm helping run that brand, and which is cool. I get to go from fighting to drug dealing as 2 honorable careers in my life. So
legal drug dealing though, right?
Shit you could ask for, right?
Legal.
What?
It's legal though, right?
Oh yeah, it's legal. Sorry, the volume on, for some reason my phone is tiny. I can barely hear you, but it's legal. I'm not doing anything wrong. We do everything above board. Like everything's pharmaceutical grade. We don't. This is not. When you look at the industry, it's a bunch of dumb stoners. Honestly, it's a bunch of gangsters or doctors or Cheech and Chong, Bob Marley. We're trying to show that there's stoners like me, stoners who get a lot of the shit done. I'm a fucking world champion fighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm a different kind of stoner, and I started smoking at a very young age. I've been smoking for 25 years, and I'm only 33.
Wow. What?
So
you've been smoking since you were 8?
Yeah, and people want to say bad things about stoners and stuff. I made it, so fuck you. And I just I don't know. That's it. I'm just trying to show a different view of stoner. I'm trying to change the view of stoner because everyone smokes now. Our parents are in charge now, and they all smoke. It's becoming okay for people to realize that this is medicine. My wife has epilepsy. My daughter's had RA, rheumatoid arthritis, for 3 years, and they use it and they're fine. It's a miracle drug that I'm trying to get out there.
Yeah.
That I can help people with, especially fighters. I mean, it's a neuroprotectant. That's all I should have to say. Ocular swelling, like all these different things it does, and fighters should be taking this product. I mean, whether it's our products, which would be nice if they all bought just that, but There's a million good products out there. It's not like some are shit. If you see CBD water,
that
is clear, Okay, everyone is big on this clear CBD water. It's bullshit. Okay, CBD water, from a scientific standpoint, has to be, or biological standpoint, however it be. Sorry, it's early here. It has to look like this.
Okay.
This is what it has to look like. It can't be clear. That's fake. Nanotechnology is bullshit. Like people that I see a lot of people being sold on this, and it's silly because it's not real. We tested ourselves. We tested our own product 3 times, but it's a really strange industry now that I'm getting into it, and I'm really passionate about it. You know, I've got that, and then which actually makes me money, and then I still of course have my podcast, which I stopped doing for a while because of just some personal issues, and then now I'm going to start doing it again.
Okay, so wait, there's a lot to unpack there. First things first, are you done fighting now that you got this job?
I don't know. There's just a couple things out there that need to change. You know, I need more money. They still want me to fight for 16-16. Like that's my contract from years ago, and I'm sorry, but that's never going to happen again. I tried over the last year to fight and get past this contract just so I could do it. I tried 4 or 5 times, and they all fell through. And I ended up in the hospital twice. I could have died. I'm not fighting for 30. Could be 16 grand. You're gonna wave a $50,000 bonus in front of me. That doesn't work with me anymore. So I heard that Russia, you know, the Chechen dictator guy, all hail Chechen dictator guy. You know, it's blood money, but from what I understand, he offered me $100,000 flat. I mean, then again, I heard my agent told me later that wasn't true, so my agent fucking lied to me. I don't know what's true anymore.
To do what? To fight?
The fighting game is not working for me. The fighting game isn't what it used to be for me, at least, and I would love to fight. That's all I want to do, but I can't make money fighting. So I'm going to take some time off, make money doing other things, and if I can come back, then I will. You know, it's nothing against the UFC. They're running the business. They don't want to pay everybody a bunch of money. You know, they want to make money. You know, they just bought it for $4.2 billion. But I'm sorry, I will never fight for $16,000 again, ever. You know, and to think that maybe if unless my agent really wasn't lying to me, which that's the first lie I've ever heard him tell, then fuck it, I'm done. I don't know. I'm in a weird place. My body's ruined, and my brain is starting to go, and I don't. This isn't fun. You know. No. I just want to be. I just want to get out there to all the younger fighters. You can be careful. It's otherwise you can end up like me, and it's not cool.
Well, I'm genuinely sorry to hear that. Obviously, you've had some bad luck over the last 2.5 years. I'm assuming that has contributed to your stance, right? I mean, you've had an incredible...
I've had bad luck for 5 years.
Okay.
5 years. You got to think this. When did my life spiral out of control? The moment I lost my fight to DJ. How many people can say they saw the moment when their life took a shit on them and spiraled out of control for good? And sorry, my daughter is in here. Hi, baby.
Come to
Hey, can you give me a kiss?
say that.
Love you, baby. I'll be right out. Sorry. I'll read it. I'm just busy. So, what was he talking about?
You said when you fought DJ, I believe the second time you lost to him, you said you remember that's the moment that things got out of control.
No. The very first time I lost him. It's no one else's fault but my own. But you see our hands raised and you see me run off. How many people have they have the exact moment in time where they watch their life fall apart? Since then, my life has systematically fallen apart, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse and worse.
Daddy.
Baby, I'm on the phone, please.
Pinky swear.
Pinky swear I'll be off.
Do it right now.
I'll be off right now. Stop bugging me.
Wow.
You're bugging me, Cook. Beat it. No, sorry. At least I know I'm still a good dad. That's
man.
One thing I know I'm good at. So.
Are you still with your parents?
Out. I'm on the baby. I'm doing something. You gotta.
I know how it is.
What were you saying?
Are you still with your parents? Last time you were on a few months back, you said that it was easier for you to take care of your daughter.
No, I bought a house.
Okay. So it's you and your daughter?
Yeah, I was able to buy. What was that?
So it's you and your daughter living at this house?
Yeah, myself, my daughter, my wife Alicia,
Okay.
and
When did you get married?
and then her sons. We never had a real wedding, but
Okay.
we're not going to have one.
Sure. Okay.
I don't need to spend a bunch of money on a bunch of people I don't like praising me for how cool I am.
Sure.
It's so weddings are so stupid. We wear rings. She said I could call her my wife, so I'm married now. Perfect.
That's good, and you save a lot of money. So have you expressed this to the UFC, saying, "Look, I'm not coming back," or this is not.
No, they talk to my agent.
Okay.
And the only time I get a call from UFC, they usually send Reed Harris because me and Reed have a very personal relationship, and I love Reed. But I don't want to say anything bad about the UFC. The UFC has taken care of me since day one. They've never wronged me. They've never done anything bad.
Yeah.
This is my own fault. This is my own doing.
How so?
Picking the sport as a profession. Putting myself in the coma snowboarding when I was a kid, going too big, thought I was going to be a pro. Overdosing on drugs when I was down and out. There's a lot wrong with my brain. It's not just the punching, and then on top of that, 15 years of fighting professionally isn't good for you. So, I don't know if I'll ever fight again. I have to figure out these issues. We still have no idea what's wrong with my stomach. So, I doctors haven't been able to figure out anything really. So I'm on my own. I'm sitting here trying this brain stimulation treatment for 6 weeks, and hopefully it works.
Did they say to you, "We want to send you to this place," or did you reach out to them for help? You mentioned Jeff Novitzky, who works for the UFC. How did you get involved with this brain stimulation?
Me and Jeff have been talking about a lot of stuff. Jeff has become a very pretty close friend of mine. It's weird.
Wow, that's great.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And just through text, like we're just always checking up on each other and stuff. Very helpful, and he's the one who set me up with it.
Okay. And why are you doing it? Are you doing it because, like, does your brain hurt? Are you doing it to try to save your career? Are you wondering, like, what are you trying to get out of this experiment, if you will?
I was just forgetful. The bouts of rage, the bipolarness, like out of nowhere crying. Like I don't ever cry. And people are like, "You're willing to talk about this?" I'm like, "Yeah," because there's a bunch of other people that are either going through it or are that need help, and I don't give a fuck about my career, honestly. Whatever, I'll be fine. This isn't gonna hurt me. What people are gonna think I'm a pussy because I'm trying to fix myself? I don't care.
Yeah,
it's just this is supposed to realign my brain waves and stuff, and the electricity, all this stuff I can't explain. Basically,
okay.
I'm not gonna bro science you because I don't understand it, but it works. The first day, you caught me at the worst time possible. Apparently, you have a little bit of a breakdown at 2 weeks, and I'm right after 2 weeks, so I'm not happy.
Okay.
But that's life. It's just part of the medicine. I'm sorry for being shitty.
No.
I'm just not in a good mood. So,
what kind of medicine?
That's it. But like I said, what?
What kind of medicine are you taking?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you. What kind of medicine am I taking?
Yeah.
I'm not. No. The only medicine I take is this. It's cannabis.
Okay.
And the medicine that they're the electricity, whatever.
Oh, okay.
If you look at my Instagram feed, it's always on there. They just put this metal or this magnet on my head, and it shocks me at some frequency, and that I guess is medicine. I don't know, and I'm not going to get on a bunch of other a bunch of other medicines. It's like doctors want to put you on all kinds of stuff, and no, there's no way I'm going to do that. That's disgusting. Like, those drugs are so bad for you. I'm just incredibly healthy. I don't work out anymore, which sucks. I'm going fucking crazy because I haven't been able to work out. It's cool, and thank God the UFC gave me this opportunity to do this.
Are you in pain all the time? Is that why you can't work out?
No, I don't have time.
Okay.
I have to drive an hour from my house. I have to drive 40 minutes to my office, and then another half an hour to the facility, and then drive back to my office, and then drive back to the facility, and then drive back to my office, and then drive home.
Okay.
I don't have time for that. I have kids. I've got stuff to do. I would love to train. Maybe I'll find someday where I can train. I can train in the mornings, but it'll come around. I would give anything to be able to fight again, but it might not be in the cards. I don't know.
What's interesting is if someone was just listening to this interview and hasn't really caught up with what you've been doing as of late, or at least, followed you on social media, they think, oh, Ian may feel bitter towards the sport of MMA, but if you follow you on Twitter, like, you're tweeting always about the fights and you're saying UFC is the best and MMA is the best and these fights are the best. So despite everything that's happened, because I feel like you just said, like, you regret almost getting into the sport to begin with, you don't hold any bitterness toward the sport. Is that accurate?
No, it's very accurate. I did this myself. I didn't have to do this. I'm not some kid from the ghetto or from the favelas. I grew up on the beach in a nice, very nice house. Like, I've been spoiled my whole life. There's just something inherently wrong with me where I like to fist fight. I like to fight, and I'm good at it. And all these fucking people who, oh, blah, 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 you're spoiled, you're this, you're that, I grew up in the ghetto in a hard life. Guess what? I'm still better than you. You can fucking be as tough as you want, grow up as shitty as you want. And guess what? I grew up in the lap of luxury with the best trainers in the world, with everything, living on the beach. So I'm still better than you. It's called hard work. That's all it is. I'm a wrestler. It's about hard work, and that's what I did to be the best in the world at one point. And then, granted, injuries have kept me out a lot. I've had seven surgeries and 2 bad infections since being in the UFC. A torn hip and groin, popped my knee. And I've only been in not that long, so it's. I don't hold any bitterness towards the UFC or the sport. It's a sport that I kind of helped build at some certain level, I guess.
Well, certainly that division.
It's a sport that gave me everything I have. I am the black sheep. Yeah, sure. My family hates what I do. My family fucking is the achievements I've made in this sport, which is a lot. I was the best in the world at one point. I've been on TV, whatever else I've done in the sport, all the charity and stuff, mean absolutely nothing to my family. They don't care about this sport at all. They don't care about what I've done. I didn't follow the family business, so you got to think how that makes me feel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is something I wanted to do, so I have to take the repercussions of what I've done, and they're finally here. They're finally happening. It is what it is. I really can't complain. It's just I've got brain damage probably. I'm a fighter. At least I'm not a boxer. Boxers are so much worse. And boxers are all fucking uneducated usually. They come from the hood. Like, it's a hood sport. It's a poor person sport. It sucks because you see someone like Floyd Mayweather, who is a phenom, a prodigy at boxing. The guy's incredible. He's obviously intelligent, but he can't read and write. He can't do any of that. So that part of you makes you want to call him a moron or an idiot or anything along those lines. And I'm just talking about that, nothing else that he's done that's obnoxious. It's being a product of his environment. Boxers grow up in a worse environment, and it's just a weird thing. But I love boxing and the MMA so much that I'll never stop talking about it. I know too much about it, and I can't not sit and watch and not say something, and not point out the wrong that someone's doing. You know, I've never been able to show how good I really am in the octagon. I think I kind of did in the first UFC fight with Demetrius, but nowhere near. I'm so much better than all my performances. It's just it's here, or it's my shoulder or my hip or my hand that I have that doesn't, I can't fight. I can't really punch with it. Like, it's just the roll of the cards I got, and it sucks, but it whatever.
Are you scared about what's to come in like 10, 20 years?
For once, I am. Yeah, actually, I am.
How do you cope with that?
Working out, hanging out with my kid, hanging out with my family, my wife. My watching my son play sports. Just stuff. Just trying to be normal. A lot of cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows I'm a stoner. Everyone has always known that, and it helps me. It's my medicine. I'm not going to take Xanax or painkillers or anything like that. I'm going to use cannabis. I'm sorry. I'm not. I can smoke and function throughout the day. I'm just one of those people. It's just. It's not just smoking anymore. You have tinctures and all this other stuff with essential oils, and there's a lot more to it now. There's a lot more science to it that we're learning. But hopefully science will make a breakthrough soon, and we can try and fix our brains.
You okay? I'll let you get that drink.
It's my Dr. Rhonda Patrick micronutrient shake.
Okay.
I'm really, really, I eat really healthy. I Keto Fridge sends me meals. Life is still good. I just picked up in the process of picking up a fashion sponsor for my whole family, like a lifestyle sponsor for my podcast and for all the other stuff I do.
What's the name? What's the name of the podcast, and where can people get it?
Storytime with Uncle Creepy. It's all the normal places you can get.
Okay, iTunes and stuff.
A podcast.
Google stuff.
Yeah, iTunes. It's cool. And lately we've only been talking about sports, which I promised I would never ever talk about MMA in my podcast. But like I said, I stopped doing it for a while, and now that I'm back, I'm trying to figure out this mobile unit. But I'm so bad with technology. I'll have it figured out soon. I'll have guys like Matt Shadows, the singer for Avenged. I was with him last night they played with Metallica, and he'll be on the show soon. The guy that did his security for 10 years, it will be on. My buddy who toured with the Stones, who's a chef, or athletes, and probably more playmates and porn stars and comedians and fighters and all kinds of people.
Okay. Last thing before I let you go, just curious, and I really appreciate the candor, and I'm sorry to hear. I didn't know that you were kind of going through this at the moment. If you don't fight again, will you be okay with that? Will you be okay, like, looking back with your career? Or do you feel like in 10, 20 years you'll have a lot of regrets about DJ, about not being UFC champion, whatever else? Do you think you'll be at peace with the way things ended, or do you think it will bother you?
My whole career is a regret.
Okay.
So yeah, I won't be happy with it. I love the sport so much. That's why I'm still here. Otherwise, I would run off, and you guys would never see my face again. Let's say I make a lot of money through whatever business, you probably won't see me again, because I don't know. I don't hold any ill will toward the sport. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird place that people at the end of their career kind of go over, and no one talks about it. Mm-hmm. People fight it. I'm not going to fight it. Like people make Chris Benoit out to be I always thought he was a fucking monster growing up for what he did, honestly. And then being with Alicia and being around wrestlers and the stories you hear about Chris and how good of a person he was, how amazing of a father he was, all this stuff, and it's it's the TBI or drugs, or I'm not saying he was on drugs, but or steroids or whatever. Like that stuff drives people crazy. And for me to think that through hurting my brain I can hurt someone else, like the people I love, sorry, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna ever let that happen. So I'm at least gonna hop on it now and try and fix it before it gets worse. And if I can fight again, then cool. If I don't fight again, yeah, sure. My whole career is a regret, but whatever. I had a lot of fun.
Well, I appreciate the time. I hope for your sake we don't see you again, because that means that you became a multimillionaire off this this new job, and that you're in a good place, happy, secure. But I always love talking.
I've always got other business stuff going, so
Right.
it's just not just that. But we'll see. I would love to ride off into the sunset and delete all my social media and just be with my family. But it's a business now. I turned it into a business, so I don't know. We'll see.
I wish you the best, Ian. Let's keep in touch. Good luck to you. I hope you start to feel better, and the best to your family as well.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Ian McCall, stopping by. Illuminating stuff from him. Was not expecting him to be in that state, and I do sincerely wish him the best.